Hold me down. And then there was a guy that had a mobility cart. We worked on events together. So I held on and we headed over there. So we're breaking all kind of rules here. Oh, shoot.
Ones that are cool are the ones with the high-speed tennis balls in the bottom.
Yeah, get static from that.
Yeah. Then it gets you.
That'll get you.
Where you get the next one.
Yeah.
I had to Google how to go live. I don't even know. I've never done it.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, me neither.
I can tell you anything you need to know about any operating system, but I've never gone live on Facebook.
Oh, yeah, because they formed out.
I have a little message that says I have a message and I can't find it.
Right,
So, don't
Hold
ask
on
me.
the top and
No, I have. I mean,
Emailed them today and asked.
I've even installed and uninstalled.
I don't think they got it. See what they thought they would.
I don't know where it's at.
Yeah, it
So if I don't reply to somebody,
Yeah.
that's probably why. See,
Oh, that's.
if it was important, they'd call you.
I got nothing. I don't know. I got nothing. I'll ask my daughter later. She'll tell me. No, she'll say, I don't have that.
Thank you, guys.
I'm fine.
That wasn't convincing.
No, I'm trying really, really hard.
Okay.
Your voice sounds better.
Yes, she has a voice.
I have a voice this time.
Yeah.
I saw my singer. Yeah, he called him for our hydraulic work for the fleet.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Trying to find somebody local that can work on it.
Oh.
Mhm.
Chris Beard.
Huh?
Chris Beard.
That, you didn't know, that thing is original from 1992, when that pool was installed.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It was funny because my maintenance workers have called, like I asked them to come in and look at it.
Oh, yeah.
And so then, then he wasn't there when my guy showed up. I was like, he's like, Mr. Jason, what are you doing here? I was like, I'm his boss. Yeah, yeah, but they can do it, so.
They called it the first
Probably
one.
should, if it's really hydraulic.
Because it
Well, the people that normally had to call are in New York.
taxpayers come in.
That'd be quite a service.
Oh, it's definitely pricey.
It's not one person, that's
I
the
can
only
only imagine.
The new building, we're just so happy for us. It's not the taxpayer. It outlasted us. It was condemned twice.
Well, it's 6 o'clock, we'll, start the meeting and stand for the pledge of allegiance, please. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Thank you all for coming. Roll call, please.
Yep, Martha France?
Here. Jody Dunsbach. Here. Lynn Sylvain.
Here.
Louise Easton.
Here.
Rick Tolz.
Here.
Rachel Smith.
Here.
We have the minutes from a regular meeting held on October 28th.
I would like to make a motion to approve the minutes from the meeting on October 28th.
A couple points of clarification.
We have a motion and a second for clarification or for passage for the minute meetings. Are there any questions?
Yes, in the second paragraph, it says that, I was excused for giving a notice and a reason, but the other two that you voted on were also given a notice and reason. So what's different about this one?
This one and the last one, you gave notice and a reason.
I have on all of them, notice and reason,
No, not that we had received.
okay? John, are you not sharing them with the group? Or I guess Crystal, they go to Crystal.
Go to her and the last time you called at 6:59, I believe it was.
It was 8
Before
minutes
the meeting.
prior.
There's no time limit on when the notice has to be given.
If there would have been one other person that wasn't here, we probably wouldn't even have had that meeting.
The time doesn't matter.
Well,
It's
the
not
husband
part of-
wouldn't even have had the meeting.
It's not
They
part of the
wouldn't have passed it
policy.
Okay, it was not approved, let's move on.
over. Yes.
Well, just clarification, that the council is indicating that I gave notice and reason, but I have for every
I don't think you
incident.
gave a
I
reason.
don't know.
The one time you said something about the effect of same reason as somebody
Insert
else.
Rachel Smith's
That's
excuse
right,
from
that's the
last
same
week.
reason.
No,
No,
and that's
no, that's not a
inappropriate,
reason.
and let's get back to
You
the
need-
topic. It is,
Is
it's
there
not
some- is
reason,
there some-
it is.
Is there something else that you want to
Yes.
ask for?
Yes,
Move on then.
so I did give notice on both of those.
Move on.
In the unfinished business, the food truck policy was approved, but Rachel, I had asked a month prior for you to share the email that you were working on with the, Ryan, I can't think of his last name, the village solicitor, and I never received that. Was that distributed?
I don't know what you're talking about. We all received the same documentation.
So you had said that you received something from Ryan a month ago, and I said, will you distribute that to the group, and you said yes, and we never received it.
No, I didn't, we've all been on the same communication that I've had.
He sent it to everybody.
Yeah, it wasn't from Ryan, it was from
I
Rachel
never
said
sent
that she
anything.
okay,
No.
it's on tape, but I can ask for public records on
I-
that.
There wasn't anything that I was sharing with the village solicitor that wasn't shared with the group.
You weren't sharing it, he shared it with you, and then I had asked for you to share that, and you said you would.
The draft? Are you referring to the draft? Because that's the only thing that I received and everybody else got the same copy.
It was a draft, because we hadn't had a chance to talk about it.
Yeah, everyone received the same
And
information
that
that I
was
did.
brought to the meeting that you weren't at.
Which is why I never forwarded anything on, because we all received the same information.
And so,
Every communication that we've had regarding food truck policies, you have received.
Louise, you're saying it was distributed manually in the meeting, not electronically?
No, I'm saying that we approved it at one of the meetings that you weren't at.
No, that I get, yeah.
Yeah,
I just
there-
didn't ever receive Rachel.
Just to clarify, there was never any communication between myself and the village solicitor that you did not receive. So there was no communication that the village solicitor sent to me, nor did I send to him that you guys didn't, that the entire group didn't receive.
And so you sent it electronically out to the group.
I actually think we all got it from, I'm trying to think of who the original correspondence came from.
I think I sent it in the next council meeting.
Yeah, it was, so there was no need for me to send anything additional.
Okay, those are my only two clarifications there.
Any other questions? We'll accept them as presented.
Mayor, I would like to make a motion to approve the bills dated October 25th. We don't have to.
Okay.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the bills dated October 25th through November 21st, 2024, in the amount of $57,652.05.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second for approval of our bills from October 25th to November 21st in the amount of $57,652.05.
I have questions.
Those questions?
So on the first one, it is the attorney fees, $1,875. What are those for?
Probably ongoing litigation.
What case, please?
Probably- There's so many, I can't remember, but it's probably just the one with the property possibly to the west of this building.
Okay. And I had gone to the mediation and no one from the village showed up. And the village attorney, no one from the council. And the village attorney had said that in his 30-year career, he's always been successful with mediation, except in this particular case where he was instructed by the council not to mediate.
I don't think we should be discussing pending litigation during a council meeting.
I'm adding clarification.
No,
for the fees.
no, because,
I actually
it's
can.
pending
There
Thank
is
you very
no-
much for your,
we have
for your
no
words.
comment.
no.
That's, you
No,
don't
we
have to
have no
comment. Matter of fact, that'd be
Well,
best.
we're not going to discuss pending litigation.
I wanted the public to know that the
If then-
council
Now,
had a
because the
cheaper
public's
option.
not gonna
No.
hear the truth.
Yes, we're not gonna get your version of this story only on the record, because we're not gonna discuss it.
It's
The next
a
question.
recording
Okay.
and in front of a judge. So
Point of order, back to the agenda,
I
please.
do.
Great.
I call the point of
So,
order.
I
We're
still
back
have,
to the agenda.
I still have questions.
Then move on from that item, please.
The litigation for $1,875?
Yes, please move on from that item.
Okay. So Jim Palmer, $2,825, water leak repair, where was that? Jim?
Williamsburg.
Okay. And Kellmeyer, $1,287 for a men's restroom sink.
Yeah, the one down Lincoln Street. It's the touchless one, and that's how much it costs.
Just to replace the sink, $1,200?
Yeah.
Did you get 3 quotes?
Nope.
So there's a new sink there, right?
It's just the faucet part, yeah. Because the touchless thing went out, and it was like $800 just for that, and that would have been 5 to 7 days, or it's $1,200 for the whole new thing, and you could do it that day. So I figured we better get it done with the other one.
Time was of the essence. Thank you.
And Tractor Supply utility pants, $436.88.
It's not just pants. Jeremy and myself both got 4 pairs of pants. We got batteries and then a couple little heaters.
And what's the budget on the, I know there's something in the policy that says you get to,
I don't think there's a number on it, to be honest with you.
okay,
But that's the first pair of pants we've gotten in over 2 years. So I
okay.
think that was too bad.
And the log jam removal, is that name of the company correct, Canning?
Yep.
Are they local?
They're out of Deschler.
Okay.
Move forward with the vote.
And I think that's all the questions that I have.
Louise Houston. Yes. Jody Donson. Yes. Rachel Smith. Yes. Martha France. Yes. Rick Tolz.
Yes.
Lynn Sylvain.
No,
Pay our bills in the amount of $57,652.05. Any visitors? I just got a few things to talk about here a little bit. Just want to mention that the Harvest Moon Gala was another great success. Seems as though it went really well from what I've heard. And a deserving volunteer of the year, Patty Beischer, was named, or was awarded to her for volunteer of the year. And I think that's really nice. And I realize it's a bit hard to go to Tuntogny to vote, but it seemed as though that went really well this year too, for the voting for our president and other items that were on the ballot. Just wanted to say thank you to the community, whoever did get over there to vote for the important things in the country. Last weekend, the tree lighting Friday was a great success also. There was a lot of people there. Hot chocolate was great. The people that were serving it were wonderful. Thanks to all who worked on that organization, and also the people that decorated the trees. The town looks great. I think it brings a lot of people to town, and I'm glad. Don't forget the Christmas open house, that weekend was enjoyed by everybody as well. And once again, the parking was a big problem. The cars seemed to be in every nook and cranny. There was everywhere they could get a car somewhere, they were jammed in there.
They were even parked at the Presbyterian Church.
Yeah, they were parked way up there. They might even slip in up at the nursing home, some
Yeah,
areas too.
maybe,
I don't
yeah.
know. But, that's a great thing, and, the horse-drawn wagon was a very big success as well. A lot of people on it. Just as a reminder, Light Up the Night is December 14th. That's coming up here pretty quick. I hope it will be great weather and a lot of cool vehicles with their lights on and stuff. It's always a big success as well. And don't forget that Santa is coming December 18th, about 6:30 at the fire hall. So that's something to make sure the kids are either naughty or nice, but we'll see what they do.
Is it the fire hall in Wapakoneta, right?
Yes. Yep, the fire hall in Wapakoneta. And I'm just gonna comment on the canal up there, Chad. It looks good, and I think Mr. Payne did a wonderful job. And, it was a pretty nice price for it too, for all the work that he did. I know there's some questions, we gotta get some answers for how that building is gonna, or structure's gonna sit on there, but, I think you'll be talking about that later.
Yeah.
And that's all I've got here at this point. There's a few little snafus, over the weekend, but that'll get ironed out too as well. Thank you. Move on with your report, Chad.
Alright, I don't have a lot, Lynn asked most of the questions, like the water leak in Williamsburg, I got taken care of. The chairlift is not fixed. They put new rollers on it, hopefully that'll help it out. I just don't know, because they might overload it sometimes, and I might mess them up. Kellermeyer did fix the sink in the men's restroom. We did canal cleaned out. That's pretty much all I have, but we did get plans for the covered bridge. It's gonna be, looks like 16 foot tall to the inside. Our backhoe is 12 feet tall, so we could fit under there. I don't know if we do another excavating thing like that to clean it out, because he's actually sat on the bridge and pulled a lot of stuff out that way. There's a covered bridge there that won't be able to happen. Also, if we need like a crane truck or something on that side to maybe do a tree, I don't think that'll fit. It's just something we need to think about in the future. If you do need to get across there, because that is the only way to get bigger equipment across the bridge is right there. I mean, I think it'd be a great idea to have the bridge. It just worries me if something does happen over there, we have to get equipment, how we're gonna do it. Sure. But yeah, they wanna move forward with this. I'm just gonna ask you guys what your thoughts are. He just wants me to sign something stating that we're, ready to move forward, so.
What's his timing on it?
He didn't really give a number or a date. He told me if I fill out the paperwork for zoning, and we approve it, then he'll take it to the county, and they'll go from there.
Do you think he plans on building in the winter?
Pardon me?
Do you think he plans on building in the winter?
I haven't talked to him about it. I haven't talked to him. He's got dropped off to me, so.
From what he had told me, he would like to get it started sometime this winter,
Okay.
so it'll be done for the spring.
Right. I think it'd look great. I just worries me if something does happen, how we're gonna get equipment over there if it's too big to fit.
Like long-term maintenance wise, it may.
Yeah, I mean, there's some big trees that probably need to be taken down sometime. I don't know if we get a crane over there to do it, or how they would do it, or even clean it out. I mean, they could probably get an excavator down there in the water and come up around the bridge if they had to. I just don't know about a truck or something.
So this is gonna be where the bridge is right now.
Yeah, and
So
it's,
that's spillway.
yeah, and it looks like it's gonna be like 16 feet wide. The bridge right now is like 15 feet 8. So it's not,
4 more inches.
it's gonna be on the outside of the pillars are, so.
Yeah.
I think it looked good.
It's the height that may be a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. That would be
I should get with him and show the pictures of when he was cleaning out on that west side, how close he has to get to that.
Right.
And, tell him this could be a problem.
Yeah, because like, he was picking up and then loading the truck with it, so he wouldn't be able to do that at all.
Yeah, not from that, not from that spot he was at.
Right.
That'd be pretty tough.
Yeah.
You got to get a little farther to the west and get down in the grass. And,
Yeah, but that's, I mean, it's a pretty big hill there, so.
Mm-hmm.
then you have to get it up, back up on top, into a truck.
Yeah.
And so I'll bring that to Mr. Barron's attention
Okay.
and let him know, and I can get back with your last meeting, or the next meeting, we could talk about it again. I don't think he's planning on starting anything between now and then, so.
Okay. That's all I have.
I have something there.
Certainly.
The letter that went out about the pipes,
Mhm.
what is the deadline for that? Cause I haven't done mine yet, but
No, it's, I think it's 2 years.
It's, well, it's an ongoing thing.
ongoing, okay.
So basically, we need the information, excuse me, we need to get the information, but if people don't, we'll have to resend the letter.
Okay,
To those people only?
Correct, to the
Or-
people that
Okay.
didn't send
Okay,
it,
gotcha.
yeah.
And
okay.
then we'll make a list up of like meter pits that are outside your house, like you have one over here that we'll go and check.
Okay.
I just make a list so I know who I have to do that to, but if any homeowners need help, they can call in and we can go out and.
And we had about 3, yeah.
Okay.
Can I ask a clarification question? We got one of those letters too,
Yeah.
and I went and found out when lead pipes were officially gone. And my house was built like 10 years after that date.
Right.
Do I still have to do something?
You still have to fill it out, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't see any way I could have lead pipes because lead pipes were banned 10 years
right,
before my
right.
house was
Yep.
built.
Right, right.
Yeah,
Just-
we were required to send it to everybody because the village does not know the customer side
Mm-hmm.
of the service line, so.
So, it's still sitting on the kitchen table.
Mine too.
Thank you.
Yes, thanks, Ray.
I gave you all a copy of the bank rec for October. Everything is reconciled. And I'll leave it up here for your signatures. And you do not have any resolutions or ordinances on the agenda, so I don't know to tell you that.
Crystal, I just wanna say thank you very much for all that you do. The bank rec every month is very, very clean cut. It is, just very well done, so thank you.
Yes. And we got some sort of a email from the auditor. Right?
Mhm.
He came, I read through all that.
Yep.
And in the end, it was good. Yeah, I think it officially got posted, I think, 5 days ago online. So that is a public record that people can go look up. Good, good for us, good for you, thank you.
Communications, I've got an invitation for anybody on council to go to the Mix and Mingle at the Hilton Garden Inn in Perrysburg on the 5th of December from 4 p.m. to 6:30. It's a Wood County Economic Development Holiday Reception. Says please extend this invitation to all members of your organization. So that's what I got for that. Then I've got from Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Northwest Ohio, it's an angel tree and a gift of match. And the angel tree provides Christmas gifts for our program participants and a festive dinner for their families. Last year, our fundraisers changed the lives of 87 children. Together, let's make even a greater impact this year. Give a match. Every $1,900 you raise gives a child essential mentorship for a year, changing their life and getting them off the wait list. So I can probably have this scan and send it to everybody, and then if they wanna donate something to it, that's great. letter from, one of the corporations in town, Hydromont. This letter is sent to Grand Rapids Village Council. It says, I have been wanting to write this note since the storm we had in the village this past summer. I just wanted to thank the village and two of your great employees, Chad and Jeremy. They went above and beyond their normal duties to get a very big problem cleaned up in a timely manner. Thanks also to the mayor and the village council providing a safe, clean, well-managed community for residents and businesses. Respectfully, Lionel Long, President, Ohio Fluid Products and Hydromont Corporation.
That's very nice.
Thank you, Lionel.
Mhm. Okay.
That's all I've got as far as communications. There's no reading of ordinances and resolutions. Go on to unfinished business.
I have one unfinished business, just a new food truck policy. I know it includes a food truck on people's private residence. So what's the penalty if they don't fill out a permit to have a food truck on their personal property for their personal use?
I believe there's a fine, and then also, I'd have to read it, but I think that there was, you can't do it for a year. That food truck could not come into town for a year.
Okay, so
I
it's
believe-
banned for a year?
I believe I have to read the actual policy.
So it's on the policy.
If I bring a food truck to my house for my personal use, I could be banned for a year for using my personal property.
Not you, the food truck.
Well, not
What if
if
it's
you,
my
not
food
if
truck,
you do the
though?
permit application.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think you should be legislating my personal property.
Okay.
I understand it's
So you
already passed.
We can't have people catered.
I just wanna get clarification
It's on
around
the
it.
food truck policy, and it's out on the website.
Okay,
And
so-
you have a copy. in
You're
your packet.
committed then to enforcing that policy, right?
I don't know why you're looking at me, and,
I don't know, it's $100 in a year, it said.
yeah.
Well, I'll ask everyone, is everyone on the council committed to enforcing that policy? So Rick, are you committed to enforcing that policy?
I believe that that's why we put this together. We've
So
got it
that's a
under
yes?
control.
Okay, and Rachel, you're committed?
Yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to doing a permit for a food truck to be in my yard.
Okay, and Jody, you're committed, correct? Okay.
Follow
So,
the rules are in place for a reason.
okay, that's fantastic. So then, if I bring forth some ordinances that are not being followed, you guys are also committed to enforcing those. Is
Are we
that
talking,
correct?
are we talking about the food truck policy, or are we talking about
In
separate?
general.
items? Okay.
No,
So you're not in,
no, you can't say that.
well, I'm asking, you said you're committed to enforcing the
You
food
can't,
truck
that's
policy.
one policy.
So
So
you're-
you can't extrapolate it into any other
So my
policy that
question
comes up.
is, are you committed to enforcing the ordinances that are already published?
I think we do. We try to as best we can.
So you're committed, so if I bring some forward, you're willing to look at those and get people in compliance with them?
I mean, are you targeting people with these ordinances,
Yeah,
or are
what
you
do
trying to
obviously-
enforce them?
Where are you going? You're setting a trap.
Yeah, I
here.
don't understand.
I just wanna know if you're committed to enforcing these.
Well, are
And
you committed?
Do
'Cause
you
you're a
have
council
something
person, too.
specific that you wanna talk about?
I wanna make
Is
sure
there
you're committed
committee
and,
meetings? Is
No,
there
and
committee?
then- well, don't
No, is
tee
there
it up
committee
in a way.
meetings that we need to schedule so that you can,
Talk about this?
I mean, what
not
seems to
committee meetings, I'll bring forward the
Okay,
ordinances,
do that.
and then I'll show where
Okay.
they're not in compliance.
Okay.
And then we should
And then
discuss whether
possibly
we should
can talk about
revise them.
one by one,
or
but
enforce
this
them.
is not the
Well,
time
no.
nor the place.
It is actually the right time and place to talk about that. So, okay, that was the food truck, that's unfinished business.
You can't extrapolate one policy and have it cover everything. Lynn.
Just remember, when you bring the ordinances in, it
Mhm.
may affect more than the people that you're thinking about.
I'm
Okay?
fine with that,
Okay,
yeah,
good.
And yourself included.
absolutely. Yeah. Yes, says Rachel Smith, yes, we're good with that.
What am I violating?
Well, let me bring policies in and
Okay.
we'll take a look at them.
So you're using the ordinances to target people that you're mad at?
No, actually.
That's what I'm
yes,
hearing.
That's okay.
I mean, that's the first I've seen you smile all year, Lynn, dang. Wow, that's awesome. That gets a rise out of you.
that you're willing to enforce some but not other ordinances?
That is not
we
what
never
any of
said
us
that.
said, you're
Okay.
putting words in our mouth.
So, relax,
I
take a
think that
breath,
we should view that,
because I already
why are you
said,
telling me to relax?
I will bring forward the ordinance that I think aren't being, and we can either, and I said, revise them or get people in compliance
We
with
will
them.
address them as,
Already
as
addressed, already addressed. You can move on now.
thank you, I mean, you're the one that's asking the questions, not me. Is there any other?
Yeah, I have new business.
New business?
Yeah,
Well, we haven't moved on to that yet, but.
I know, I'm
okay.
waiting.
New business?
Okay, so I looked at the committees and they're really not meeting very often. Finance met in June. Safety and welfare, led by Jody,
Hasn't
hasn't
met
met.
since June.
It's not updated on.
Well, I'm sorry, but you got the minutes for it.
Safety and welfare
Was in conjunction with,
hasn't, according to this, met since December. Streets and sidewalks, February. Utilities, July. Buildings and parks,
There's nothing for utilities to
March.
get together for right now, as you well know.
and then industrial and commercial development is June. And in June, and that's led by Louise. And Rick and Rachel are on there. They met and the topic was signs, and then Chad bought signs. $2,200 worth, I think, for parking signs, if I recall right.
Thank you,
That was
Chad.
approved at council.
I'm aware.
Okay.
And you received copies of all of the
All of
minutes
it.
from committee meetings. just
None of
because-
that challenge. I'm getting to a point here, okay?
All right.
So, we had a festival this past weekend that was very well attended, but that's not how our town normally looks, and the businesses downtown are struggling. And would like some help from the council in order to promote the village. So I've done some research, looked online, I had a strategy that I was willing to propose to the council. In order to do that, we need to have a committee meeting on commercial development, and Louise, you chair that. I just wonder if the council is interested in working on helping to promote the downtown in order to make us a more prosperous community.
Lynn, I attend the chamber meetings,
Mhm,
and I'm there every meeting. I didn't make it the last one.
mhm.
And that is part of the whole industrial commercial development. I go to them,
Mhm. So are
and Rick is
you,
there as well.
as part of the council, willing to develop a strategy for the village of Grand Rapids for us to promote the downtown and our commercial and industrial businesses?
What do you have in mind?
Can I ask a question? Go ahead.
What are you thinking?
Are they asking that? Is the chamber asking
No,
that?
I'm asking that, because I hear from the merchants that they're struggling, and you can see it downtown, we don't have the traffic flow that we had a couple years ago.
Well,
And I think there's ways for us to promote, Louise,
yeah, go ahead.
you say that's not our issue,
I don't believe it is.
okay? So,
I'd like to ask a question.
what is the industrial and commercial development committee's job then?
Lynn, I'd like to ask a question.
What, can she answer that?
I'm not gonna answer that, Lynn, move on.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, go ahead, John, sorry.
What are they struggling with? I've never seen so many people here in town in 10 years.
Saying, that's why we need more
There's
parking.
more cars everywhere, and if people aren't coming in, it's not our problem to get them to go into their building.
You don't think we should be promoting downtown?
I think it's promoted enough where we don't even have a place to put cars.
Okay.
But what?
I think
what
we
they-
are,
what they
with
struggling?
approving these event permits and assisting when, how we do assist.
Yeah, What are they
I
struggling
don't
with?
get where you're coming from.
They don't have the same traffic flow that we've had in the past. We don't have the same visitors. And, John, our goal is not to meet 1990 traffic flow. It is to promote the downtown, have a healthy and productive and vibrant downtown. And if you were to talk to the merchants, they'll tell you they're struggling.
With
Dave
what?
LaRose is out of business, and he was in
That's
Acre
his
Store.
choice.
Okay, Louise, I'm just asking, you're in charge of the industrial and commercial development. I would love to work with that committee to help develop a strategy to promote the downtown.
Can I have 2 points. Sorry, first of all, isn't, and I'm not putting this back on anybody else, but isn't that the chamber's job is to promote the
What
village?
is the industrial and commercial development committee's
I
job?
think that if there's a request and that, okay, well, that's a fair point. you say you've got a strategy already put in place, right? So why don't you submit that to council to review, and then they can meet, the committee can meet.
That's not how you do it. You do it in collaboration, Rachel.
But wait a minute, no, you say you've got a strategy developed, I mean, this is part of what it's an ongoing process. You say you've got a strategy, you say you've got a plan, you say you've got this, but we never see it.
That's not true.
So that there's
We had a
no-
vision statement, I provided it. We had a needs assessment, I provided it. We had a council book, I provided it.
But you weren't willing to change, you weren't willing to make any changes to those things.
You asked for a competitive bidding policy, I provided it. You won't act on it. I'm asking not to act in isolation and have you vote on whether it's good or not. I'm asking you to come to the table and discuss opportunities for us to promote the village. These are such important positions that all of you have.
Did you work with the
And
chamber
you as well.
to create that?
No,
So you just did it yourself?
Independent.
I did, hoping that
In
the
hopes that
council.
that's what they are wanting and needing?
No,
Oh,
I want to work with the council.
but it's the
This committee-
chamber, it's the chamber
What
that has
is
the
your job
businesses.
here? Industrial
Just like
and
she
commercial
said.
development.
It's
She didn't say, she
It's
didn't
the
answer this.
chamber that needs to tell us what they need, not Lynn Sylvain.
I'm not trying to tell you, I'm trying to
But you just said
solicit.
you developed a,
I do, I have a straw man of what a strategy would look
I
like.
think, industrial, and I know for sure.
The chairperson
industrial-
should be able to answer that, but I'll take your
Industrial
answer.
and commercial development is like property that we would have for industrial or commercial. If someone would like to build a new building downtown, that's development.
Mhm.
Sustaining that particular business is not council's job.
you know.
It is not. And that is what the chamber's for, and they're doing a crack-up job of getting people here. Because you can tell by the weekends when there's no place to park. And I don't know what they're struggling with exactly, whether it's financial or what it is. I don't understand it. The people seem to be everywhere in town looking at the stores, going through them, and you see a lot of people carrying bags of stuff. Now, if that's something that the store owners promote to sell things for their business, that's something that they have to work on, not the council to try to promote their products.
You know, a lot of their struggles have to do with getting employees,
Yeah.
and that's a struggle across,
The country,
yeah. So, I mean,
it's not.
You don't feel we could do any more though as a council to meet,
to get their employees for them?
no,
Oh.
to promote the village and.
Not anything
enhance-
more than what the chamber's already doing.
Okay, so from your perspective, chairman of the industrial and commercial development.
Oh,
Please take that.
Okay, let's move on.
Okay, wait,
What's
I'm not
next?
done with this
We
topic.
better hurry up.
So the next is, and this is way simpler, okay? Forget about strategy, forget about helping the downtown businesses. Can we buy new benches for the entire downtown so it has a unified look? I know, and I don't remember if it was the chamber or the council who bought the flower pots this year, but it is a step forward to unifying the look downtown. My request would be, can we take the COVID money, the balance of that, and buy really nice,
It's already been out.
It's
It's
already been allocated.
and would you?
To the town hall.
The town
It's been
hall.
all allocated
Okay,
to this
well, I
building.
wasn't here for that.
I know.
So.
And apparently you don't read your minutes.
So, we still have money in the budget that we could spend. Can we buy benches for the downtown to unify the look?
I believe some of those are memorial benches that were purchased throughout the year, so I mean, how do we say we're gonna take those?
Where do you want these benches, like on the sidewalk?
In front of the
Because a lot of the
stores?
stores, they have benches that they came and got the old benches from us already.
Yeah, if you look at the benches, it's a hodgepodge, none of them, all of them in great shape. And I'm just looking to unify the look.
Well, a lot
If-
of them, they painted
if-
themselves too.
If you're a store owner and you have benches that you love, keep your bench. But I think we could distribute benches throughout downtown.
How would they have a uniform look?
Yeah, that's not gonna be uniform.
The benches that they have.
Because I think the majority of people would give them up there in disrepair and.
Well, maybe that's a potential Boy Scouts project. The next time the Eagle Scouts are looking for a project, then we have them redo the benches, refinish them.
It doesn't provide a uniform look.
They paint them all the same.
I mean, if they're all, again, I'm opposed to removing any type of memorial bench that has been placed there. And if the rest of them, or the majority of them came from the village in the first place, then it is unified. They would be the same bench, we would just be refinishing
Nobody
them.
thinks the need to buy new benches for downtown.
Like the ones that we have at Lincoln Street?
I was thinking more like the ones that Rita had out, they were 6 foot wide, they are long, they didn't have arms, they were plastic, so they were maintained well.
Those are composite, and those
I
are
know.
extremely expensive.
I know they are, I know they are. I'm not looking to buy cheap benches, I'm looking to
You know,
buy
I-
substantial benches
I
that
think we can
help
certainly look
unify
at,
the
I
look.
think we can certainly look at that as we're trying to decide what we're doing with the trees and the landscape. For sure, we can look at that as we're looking, you know, because we still have to finalize that, what we're doing.
Right.
I'm not opposed to it at all, but I think we need to make sure that the business owners aren't offended by us saying your bench looks terrible and we're gonna unify it, but I don't think we should do anything with the memorial ones. I don't think we should jump the benches when we haven't finished the trees and what that's gonna look like
The
yet.
sidewalks.
So there are more priorities than benches
Yeah.
right now.
Okay, general maintenance. Chad, I had mentioned probably 6 months ago that handrail by the boat docks was busted, is that fixed yet?
No, it's not.
Okay, is it gonna get done this year?
I hope so, yeah.
And trim the bushes as well?
Mhm.
Okay, good, thank you. And, meeting notification, the 6 o'clock meeting notification is not updated on the website, Crystal, can it be updated before the next meeting?
Should be on there.
It's updated.
I'm
It was on the-
website, and it's not.
It was on the minutes.
Yeah, it's on the minutes, I get that it's on the minutes, but it's, the website is incorrect.
The website was supposed to be updated, so I will get a hold of the guy.
It says right here, regular meetings are the second and fourth Mondays, at 7 p.m. Okay, so if we could get that updated, that would be great.
I thought it was. I still will be.
Is that new business? We got
Yes,
council comments?
I'm not sure.
I'll make a
Council
motion
comments?
to adjourn the meeting.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second to adjourn our November 25th meeting. We have a vote.
Judy Donspot. Yes. Rachel Smith.
Yes.
Martha France.
Yes.
Rick Bowles.
Yes.
Lindsay Lane.
yes.
Louise Easton.
Yes.
Meeting adjourned.
Louise, if you wanna meet on what I have for a straw man, I'm happy to do that for a strategy, but if you're not gonna work on it, it doesn't,
I think we said to bring it to council.
Yeah.
well,
I'm not meeting with you one-on-one, Lynn, sorry. That's not gonna work.
Lynn, we
This is
could
the whole
save
idea.
time and maybe move faster if we had something to start with. That's why I asked you for a draft of the strategy that you already have. Because rather than spend 3 hours in a meeting listening to, or trying to document what you've got already, that would be a good starting point. That's why I asked for a draft.
so you haven't acted on anything I've submitted so far, so I'd rather, we talked about.
Actually, when we did the needs assessment, you refused to make changes. You disagreed with every change that we proposed, and it wasn't a lot.
Let's have that meeting again
So-
then, let's have that meeting again.
She's still recording.
That's good. Let's have that meeting again. Can we, the needs assessment? That'd be a great way to
Maybe next
start the, it'd be a great way to start the
And
meeting.
there were 2 of them.
And again,
So we'll look at both.
You wouldn't make changes.
I'm happy to meet again, Rachel, if you are.
You know what, Lynn? I think all of us would be willing to work with you if you were willing to work with us.
Rachel, if you could just please put it on the agenda, that'd be fantastic. Okay?
Would you sign this, please, as a
Thank you
member
very
of the
much.
council?
No, she will not.
Yeah.
Are you gonna sign this, Lynn?
Never.
She's not.
Never will.
That's what we got.
Oh, are you done recording the meeting?
Oh.
Yes, thank you for, can you stop it after it adjourns?